And welcome back to BlockTV. After what seems like months of downward trading, we are seeing a refreshing shade of green take over the cryptocurrency markets. At the time of recording, Bitcoin is up 3% on the day. Ethereum is up an impressive 11%, and the total market cap has gone up by roughly $5 billion. Now, to help us break this down and see if it will last, we are joined in studio by our very own analyst, Alex Harper. Alex, great to see you. Green pastures ahead?
Let's hope, Yael. But as you know, on Trader's Take in the last couple of weeks, we have been looking for a short to medium term bottom in cryptocurrency. And I think the charts are going to tell us this story might be playing out at least for this time period.
Let's see the charts.
So let's get off to a good start here. As you can see, obviously it is green across the board. And let's jump right into it and look under the hood. So obviously we will start with Bitcoin. Right now we have a little bit of a shorter term chart on Bitcoin to show us what's taking place. And as you can see, 4,000 is still the level that we are looking at if the bulls can actually recapture the momentum. All of this remains to be seen. But wedge patterns are the name of the game, and they have been for the last year. And what is happening? Bitcoin is now at the apex of this wedge, and the bulls have been able to push the price up and out, which is a very, very good sign. RSI and MACD both acting in accordance with price. Everything that we want to see for the short to medium term run. Thing that I'm really taking a look at, like I said, is that 4,000 level. If we can break that 4,000 level, we have huge room to run all the way up to 6,000, and it looks very, very pretty for the Bitcoin bulls. But let's take a look at the long-term chart just to make sure. Now, long-term chart, again, you're going to see the wedge patterns as we've been talking about, stair-stepping lower. Everything is very orderly in this bear market, which is not what I want to see for a bottom in price. Thing is, we have this MACD, which has been acting very nicely, throwing a little bit of momentum behind the bulls. This is probably the one indicator that I'm going to keep an eye on. Problem is that we have a lot of weak holders in Bitcoin, and I want to see them shaken out before we have a true bottom in Bitcoin. So the short-term chart is telling us that the bulls might have seized control in the top currency. The problem is the long-term chart still doesn't look pretty. But let's keep going. So now we have Ethereum. Ethereum has been trading very, very nicely on the day, up about 10 to 11%, as Yael just said. Breaking up and out of this wedge pattern, I'm targeting 200 on Ethereum in the short to medium term. Chart is telling me everything is looking up very nicely. Again, MACD is cooperating, and RSI breaking above that prominent 50 level and acting exactly how we want to see. We're going to take a look at a long-term chart of Ethereum, which is playing off of this theme. Again, this is nothing to get excited about. 200 to 250, huge, huge resistance. The bulls are going to have a very tough time breaking through that. But again, the short-term chart versus the long-term chart are telling me two very different stories. Obviously, as you can see by the volume by price that I love putting up on every one of my charts, that 200 to 250 level is going to be a huge wall that we need to break through. So again, long-term charts are saying one thing, but short-term charts or bulls are in control. Let's continue. So right now, Ripple, again, we're going to start with the short-term chart. Again, very, very bullish, right? Positive divergences on the MACD, breaking above 50 on the RSI, exactly what traders want to see in the short term. We're back in the apex of this wedge, this 31 cent to 32 cent level, providing a little bit of resistance. But if bulls can break above, I mean, it's clear skies again to 45 to 50 cents. Telling me short-term charts, short to medium term, bulls are in control here. This is exactly what we want to see. So now, again, Ripple long-term, playing out with this theme. Long-term, not looking so hot, basing below support. 40 cents to 50 cents is this massive level to clear. However, RSI and MACD are holding up, but the thing that makes me most nervous about XRP, accumulation distribution. Buyers are starting to lose steam even as prices are basing, not boding well for the bulls. Again, capitulatory bottom is what I'm thinking, and this doesn't look so pretty on the long term. Now, my favorite coin that I've been all on for the last 2 weeks has been Litecoin. This thing is a beauty. Short term, We've been bull flagging, consolidating these gains after this run from last week. Again, we've been talking about this cup and handle that has been playing out, an extremely bullish pattern. Volume profile is absolutely perfect, not much resistance. The Litecoin bulls have fully taken advantage of the short-term to medium-term time frame. And again, accumulation distribution, as the price is basing, buyers are coming in and accumulating this coin, which only bodes well for another pop in price for Litecoin. Let's move on. So EOS, again, continuous basing of price, which is always not so bad. MACD is starting to really support this move. Even as prices have been playing in and around this channel, MACD has been staying positive. RSI is also looking very nice. Thing is, we break above this $3 level and we have huge room to run up to 5. It looks like this coin is only building steam for a bull run in the short to medium term. I would keep a very close eye on EOS.
Alex, thank you so much for that. And needless to say, a green morning is something that makes everybody in the sector happy. I want to look with you at the reasons as to why. Last week we ended the week with this big news: JP Morgan issuing their own digital coin. Clearly that was a surprise, but it also crossed over to all the magazines, crossed over to the mainstream media, got a lot of traction. Do we think that is the publicity that theoretically could have actually bounced this market up?
I think so. And as we were talking in the charts, right, we're looking for the short to medium term bull run. And in any market, whether it's equity, crypto, or commodity, emotions are the name of the game. Yeah, I think the one thing to keep in mind is a market is just two people exchanging a good. And when you exchange a good, you have an emotion behind it. So when you have a piece of news come out like JP Morgan, Wall Street's biggest and most famous bank, is adopting a blockchain technology, that's only going to get people more excited. And what's very interesting to me is sometimes news and charts all line up for just a perfect storm. And I think that's kind of what's taking place right now.
Alex Harper, thank you so much for that analysis. As we said, the market is green. That was it for us. Of course, do not forget to check us out on every social platform you have. BlockTV on Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, and we'll be right back.